Number 24 in the Radiance range is The Dead Mother from 1993. New director for me. We have Aloha, a 26-year-old man, when he directed this film, which is utterly wonderful, kind of. When you get to the subject matter, you kind of realise what I'm talking about here, because this gothic thriller shows signs of, I'd say, Coen-esque black humour throughout its horrible tale. We follow the character of Ishmael, someone at the start who's robbing a house. A woman stumbles across him and he just shoots her. And then the daughter kind of stumbles across him and he dutifully puts a shotgun to her head and shoots her as well. And we jump a number of years, 10, 15 years later. Ishmael's pretty much doing the exact same thing he did before. He's bumbling through life with homicidal tendencies and a extremely codependent and yet destructive relationship with his girlfriend, when he one day stumbles across that girl who's grown up, the one that he shot, left for dead. Of course, he did leave his mark on her, and she is now kind of trapped within a child's mindset, not really communicative, doesn't really have anything to do throughout the film, but somehow garners a lot of sympathy throughout it. We have a character of Ishmael who has no moral compass whatsoever. He just sees the world as full of people that deserve to get what they get. If they run into him and something happens, that's their own fault for that. He's just a horribly despicable character all the way through this. In fact, when he sees that the young girl is still alive, he decides the best thing to do is just kidnap her, kill her. Not in a simple, easy way. No, the best way would be to drag her to a train station and throw her in front of a train. But he kind of takes her under his wing. There's a curiosity about this character. The fact that she is almost void of any personality, of any emotion. She's like a blank slate. As a character in a movie, it's someone that should be hard to really sympathise with, but in the situation around, even though her demeanour, her position never changes throughout the film, you project onto her a lot of feeling. You can understand what Ishmael is struggling with here. This is someone who's truly innocent. This is someone that hasn't led a bad life, that hasn't done terrible things, that doesn't deserve bad things to happen to them. And it's in that enthralling relationship where you kind of see Ishmael torn in two. There's this rugged, hard, destructive side of him, but in the middle there's a little bit of a softness as he decides, like a quest, a mission, to try and make the girl smile, laugh, show some kind of positive emotion. And there's a lot more twists and turns within this movie that I don't want to get to. This is a deeply horrific character study with moments of black humour and incredible moments of tension all the way through it. There are certain sequences, which I will not touch upon here, that really do take you to the brink of anxiety as you're watching the situations unfold. There is definitely some wonderful cinematic touches here and sequences that are perfectly planned out and executed. The skill in which the film is put together is marvellous. It runs at 112 minutes and there is not an ounce of fat on it. You're drawn into this kind of very cinematic, very gothic style world that we're in, whether it be the house, the cathedral, or even the hospital where our young victim at the start stays. It all feels grandiose. It feels looming, foggy, dark, foreboding, and it ekes into the film itself. I thought The Dead Mother was marvellous. I couldn't take my eyes off it. I found that the lead actor was enthralling as this truly despicable, unredeemable human being, and as the main character of the film, it was a bold choice, and I don't think there's many characters that are worse than this person. The Dead Mother has a fantastic soundtrack that complements these gothic images and the wonderfully complex story that's here, by bringing out all the kind of thematics that you would hope for. It comes with a CD soundtrack in this one, and I've been using it as my travelling music to and from work, which doesn't really put me in the best of moods, but it's effective and intoxicating as well. Let's dive into the disc and have a look at some of the extras that are on this one. Here we are in the disc for The Dead Mother. Let's go to the special features. There is an audio commentary by the director, the story of The Dead Mother, a 2008 documentary on the making of the film featuring behind the scenes footage and interviews with the cast and crew. This is 38 minutes 19 seconds. It's got the director, the two main stars talking about certain sequences. You get to see audition footage as well as just working on the set. Victor's Kingdom, the director's award-winning short film, restored in 4K. It's 12 o'clock at night. Sarah reads Victor his favourite fairy tale. The child's father sleeps. The mansion is silent, but someone sneaks into the house. This is 38 minutes 5 seconds. It's a wonderful kind of take on fairy tale, where it kind of juxtaposes the fairy tale against the horrible lifestyle that these kids are in at the moment. It's really effective. You can see the kind of cinematic tendencies and the dark nature that the director has. Next up we have the trailer, which is 3 minutes 22 seconds, and the gallery. Also with this is the CD soundtrack of the film, and the score is marvellous. Also with this is a 36-page booklet with various contents and essays, soundtrack listing. You've got the cast and crew for both The Dead Mother and Victor's Kingdom. Of course, I like to pick my favourite article or essay from this, and this one is So Far Away, So Close, a 2008 article by the director Nacho Vigalondo, who did Time Crimes. I just love his small take on cinema in general, and just kind of working with the main actor on his first film and just picking his brains about the creation of The Dead Mother. And that's the extras for The Dead Mother. There we have it, The Dead Mother. This is an essential. Fantastic film, looks amazing, the transfer's fantastic, the story is surprising and interesting. It's something very different. The fact it comes with a CD soundtrack is great, and of course the booklet that I mentioned is pretty terrific as well. This is another standout release from Radiance, which is becoming an all too familiar trend. I would love to know your thoughts on The Dead Mother if you've seen it. If you haven't, I urge you to go and get this one. You need to check it out, and I want to hear your thoughts once you've watched it. So let me know in the comment box below whether I've enticed you to check it out, or whether you've already picked it up and watched it, and your thoughts of this cracker. So drop your comments down there. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to the Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com, all ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.